What up? It's your boy King Dow 225 coming at you with another reactionary video. So hit that like, subscribe, become part of the kingdom. I know this is a pretty it ain't that old. A month or two ago, I saved it so I can voice my opinion on what this lady saying. Thoughts. Woman gives a compelling argument on why men aren't supposed to be monogamous. And I gotta tell you, I have been saying this for almost 2 decades now. I keep telling y'all, like you two really don't know me, but the people who know me know I have always voiced some out of the box thinking. Cause to me, monogamy seems like math ain't mathing. I'm like, man, I'm well versed in churches. I know about the story of Abraham and Sarah. I know one of the first things God told to Adam and Eve after he created Adam was to be fruitful and multiply. So I always use that biblical stuff in my argument. And another one is biological. Women are born with a certain amount of reproductive cells, born with. And as they age, it slowly degrades. They say by the time if she born with 500,000 egg cells, by the time she reached 18, half of them already gone. And then at a certain age, they hit menopause where they, yes, sometimes it's the exception to the rule they can reproduce after that. But once menopause hit, generally they ain't having no more babies. And I'm like in my mind, if God says, be fruitful and multiply, and a woman only can have babies up to half of her life, but a man can be 130 years old. Long as he's shooting his seed, he can make a baby on his deathbed. So I'm like, man, that didn't make no sense, man. Men are supposed to be have multiple wives. I have always believed that, and that's what my future relationship's gonna be. And like, oh, he just talking shit, man. I done told my daughters this. I done told my mama this. I done had these debates many a times. I'm like, mama, it just don't make no sense. God say be fruitful and multiply, but He created a being that can only have babies for half of their life, while you, a man, can continue to have babies until his last day on earth, if he so choose to. How does that make sense, Mom? And even in the Bible, they have stories of husbands and wives and multiple wives and babies. And so again, go look at Sarah and Abraham. So when I saw this video, I was like, man, I'm gonna I'm gonna react to this. In fact, about 9 months ago, I made a video explaining why I feel about polygamy, you know, polyandry or polyamory, all that. They even got like a movement on TikTok, Black uh, polygamy. Made a whole 30-minute video. Like 5 seconds of it was copyrighted music. So I never released it. But let's get to this video and let a black woman explain to you better why men aren't supposed to be monogamous. I hope y'all listening.
Final encounter tonight will be between Olumide and Chinedu, and after that, cross-examination. Olumide, Chinedu, show us some action.
Good evening, judges. Biologically, sex is designed for one main purpose: procreation. Anything else, that's extra. The female reproductive cycle.
That's to be fruitful and multiply. God told Adam and Eve. Why He said He wanted y'all to be fruitful and multiply? So I can have a lot of people serving me, praising me. He wanted the earth to be full with His children to praise Him and honor Him.
Biologically, sex is designed for one main purpose: procreation. Anything else, that's extra. The female reproductive cycle comes around once a month. For a man, it's every day. For each sexual act, the woman's one egg is matched by the man's 120 million sperm cells. Now let's do some calculation. 120 million sperm cells a day, every day, as opposed to one egg a month every month, means, assuming all the cells are viable, that it will take only 30 men to impregnate all the women in the world. This points to one clear fact. A man is, by nature, polygamous. Monogamy and fidelity are unnatural situations promulgated by religious beliefs and social pressures. Take those away, every man would cheat. It's simply biological. Now let's look at the extra. It's a known fact that women, for the most part, are more emotional than men. So it's natural that after a sexual encounter, she'll be attached. But because a man is visual and logical in nature, there's no emotion involved. For him, it's just a physical release that's got nothing to do with love. A man loves his woman by protecting and providing for her. Period. It's really quite simple. For a man, the physical and the emotional, two separate entities. Thank you.
Olumide,
Yes,
fascinating argument.
The mental and physical, I don't know how many times I had to explain this to women. Like, they just don't get it. We don't, yeah, we'll catch feelings and that shit might shake back after we get our shit. But I can have relations with a woman I cannot stand. Like, because there's no emotions involved. I just want to handle my business at that moment. That don't just because I stick my shit in you don't mean I fuck with you. I won't marry you.
You say men have the ability to roam and like some kind of man on the Serengeti. Is there an issue of choice in the matter? Do you accept that?
Of course,
there's
sir.
a level of choice?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if there's a level of choice, then the whole issue of society and makeup really boils down to a question of the character of the individual man, not some compelling force against which he cannot resist the temptation to roam, to use your words.
For lack of a better analogy, you can train a dog not to bark, but it will still bark.
Dogs and men.
I'm sorry, for lack of a better analogy, I'm sorry, for lack of a better example.
Not very good. Dogs and men.
It's basic instinct.
Yeah.
It's difficult to ignore.
Are you saying
it's
that?
not impossible
Are
to
you
ignore,
saying
but
that
it's
men
difficult.
have not moved beyond instinct? All right, that answer.
Kind of sap sucking simp ass shit is you talking about, bro? I can't stand when people try to fight the fact that we have nature. We have nature, natural instincts in us, like animals. You know, oh, we not animals. We're civilized. We have opposable thumbs. But you still got that survival of the fittest gene in you, where you want to live, and living procreation is part of living. To spread your seed, to leave a legacy. I mean, I'm not the type of guy that's just gonna go out and just slang. I mean, I'm not young no more. Just gonna slang this thing with every woman I see. Nah, a core, two, three prime females that's my wives. I'm good with that. I don't believe in cheating. We gotta understand, and I be like straight up honest out the gate what it's gonna be. Anybody who know me know. I don't lie. I don't bullshit women. I don't tell you what you want to hear. I give you the truth. Like, boo, this is what time I'm on. Like, you ain't got to feel it. You ain't got to fuck with it. We just, chill in the moment right now. But as for relationships, I'm gonna leave you to accept sister wives from this point on. I mean that shit. I'm declaring it. I done tried traditional relationships. I done been married. I done did all that. But from this point on, I'm looking for polyamorous relationships, multiple wives, because I'm not gonna get married. As it should be, as God intended. Hit that like, subscribe, become part of the kingdom.